Hi, I'm Wendy Weir with Libra Tea. Welcome to our Monday tea moment. I wanted to be out here in nature today because it's a wonderful place to connect. So let's just start with a bit of a tea moment and taking a breath in, right down into the belly and letting it go. And another. And I always find 3 works well. 1 more. And letting it go. So I've been at a silent retreat all weekend, and what a treat it was to be there for the Easter weekend. It was at Yogananda and his retreat center down in Encinitas, California. And I had a lovely experience, not only for the silent retreat, which was beautiful. There was, a chapel and then another chapel and a temple and lots of beautiful CDs. Also, I know they're available on YouTube as well. So if you're looking for a little spiritual oomph, that's somebody to look up, Yogananda. Anyway, as I was driving home from there, I was listening to a podcast on one of my favorite channels, which is Sounds True, founded by Tammy Simons in the late 80s, and has been bringing to you all sorts of wonderful spiritual teachers. And anyway, I so enjoyed it because it was all about being in nature. And they have found out scientifically that nature, it all communicates with each other, and it communicates with us. And in fact, there's terpenes in the air, in the forest walk, out in nature, that will actually activate inside of you some of your best innate systems, especially those for health. So I'll certainly post that link to that podcast once I'm finished. But being out in nature, behind me here, this is just like one of the biggest jade trees I have ever seen. It's quite phenomenal. It wraps around this huge tree that's up behind me. And anyway, I love the greenery that abounds where I am, luckily enough. So I wanted to share about these terpenes. And they actually have done scientific studies where a day in the forest actually increases your killer cells. Those are the inside ones that help you feel better and that keep away disease. Increases them by 40%. In fact, they even found that by looking at a picture on the wall of beautiful nature, that helps. They tested that on people with surgery in the hospital. And those people that had a beautiful scene on their walls managed to get out earlier, had fewer complications, needed fewer pain meds. Just amazing work. And I guess this is a lot of this, although the sociology of plants has been around since the late 60s. These research papers are just coming to light over the last few years that really scientifically prove not only does and how nature talks to each other, but how we can commune with nature, and it is a felt force inside of us. Years ago, I used to live right beside a forest, and I used to go for a walk, and I used to talk about herbivores. I was sure that there were herbivores in the forest, and turns out that I guess maybe they were these terpenes. Because I always felt so much better at the point that I came out of the forest after my walk, and I knew it just wasn't the walking. I knew it was surrounded by the greenery. So, if you've got some greenery around, and even if you don't, search out some greenery. And if that fails, get your favorite photo, even if on the internet, of your favorite natural scene, and just stare and gaze and appreciate. Not to mention how much better you're going to feel from a little few moments of peace. But also, it's actual fact. You are going to feel better inside. And a tea moment, how does that help? Well, if you're in nature or you are looking at these photos of nature, I ask that you, or invite you, to take a deep breath and really open yourself and open your heart to the feelings of nature. If you take your consciousness and bring it right down to your heart and have that feeling, and envision your heart opening to the greenery, opening to nature, I know my sense of connectedness increases dramatically. And with that, there's a real sense of peace, because I know there's something much bigger than us that's holding this all together. So for now, I invite you to go for tea moments in nature, and remember that it's factual. There are these terpenes out there that will actually connect with you as you breathe them in, and through the ability to be there, you'll just take them in, and may you be at peace. More peaceful tea moments to you. I spent a whole weekend of peace, and it was, I can't believe, can't really express how beautiful that was, and how much my practice of being settled in my spiritual place was really enhanced by that. So I invite you to take a tea moment, anywhere, anytime, and have that sense of a place of peace inside you. And this week, I ask you to give a little more reverence to nature, and your connection to nature, and its connection to you, and what it can do for you. So thank you. Many happy tea moments. I hope you had a wonderful Easter, a real sense of a new birth inside, a new place to see the world from. Happy tea moments. May you find your pace of peace often, and heading on into the week, enjoy it wherever you are. A tea moment, anytime, anywhere. Thanks. Bye now.